Bhagyashree Dangle is Executive Director of Plan India, and she joins us from New Delhi via Skype. Bhagyashree, thank you very much for talking to us about this such a sad topic, and the stories are horrendous. What are the main reasons that families in India will choose to kill a baby girl?
It's all about primarily because of gender and the status of girl child, and there is a strong preference for a boy child in India because India is a patriarchal society. People believe that boys carry the family name forward. They have the right over the property. They also do the last rites. So it's to do with the status of girls and women in India, and girls are seen as a burden. It's seen as a property which belongs to somebody else. So people see that as a waste of money investing in the education of a girl, and then when a girl gets married, the families have to pay heavy dowry. So that is one of the reasons, yeah.
Now, in Reza's piece that we just saw before we came to you, he mentioned that the nonprofit in Pakistan says the solution is increasing the literacy rate and eliminating poverty. Would you agree that that's the answer in India? And if so, how do you tackle those two huge problems?
Yes, increasing the literacy rate could be an answer, but it's not the only answer, because in India it's also found that the feticide is more amongst the educated and rich families. So education does not necessarily answer, it's not a solution to this problem. There is a need to create attitudinal change, send out positive messaging on girls, and what Plan is doing in India, that we have integrated gender sensitization as part of our adolescent training programs, so that when they get married and when they have to choose, they are not selecting boys over girls. So I think we have to really reach out to young people, sensitize them, create awareness, try to change attitudes. And this whole notion of having a boy child and boy is better than a girl, somewhere we have to deal with that paradigm.
And how specifically are you, Bhagyashree, how specifically are you trying to sensitize the population and to try to change their cultural attitude? Are you trying to do education campaigns in schools, or what specifically are you trying to do?
We have a multi-pronged strategy here. We work at the grassroots level with communities. We, as I said, have adolescent education programs. These are family life education programs. We have mass awareness campaigns, and just recently we have launched this campaign called Let Girls Be Born. So that campaign is reaching out to a huge number of masses through television, through newspapers, through internet. And what we are trying to do is positive messaging around the girls, that girls are an asset and they are as good as boys. In fact, some of the girls have done better in their life than men. So that is what we try to communicate to the people. Then we have vigilance committees at the village level, at the community level. So these committees actually monitor if families are going for prenatal sex selective abortion. They try to report that to the government because it's a punishable offense. So the person who's conducting these tests can be imprisoned for 3 years, or the person who's influencing the woman to undergo this sex selection test, that influencer can be punished, because India has an act now since 1991. So this is an offense to actually determine the sex of the child before birth.
Okay, so there is a law on the books in India that forbids sex selection ultrasounds for abortions. Bhagyashree Dangle, Executive Director of Plan India, thank you very much for bringing this topic to our attention.